Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I'm going to create a card using Spellbinders Small Die of the Month Club set. This kit is called Spring Flowers Card Creator. It includes 13 dies that make up the most gorgeous springtime cards. I went ahead and cut out my pieces for this card using some of the beautiful new cardstock from Spellbinders. And this is what they look like when they're all cut out. I cut them out with fun foam as well to give it some dimension and glued them on using some liquid adhesive. And then these are my little flowers. I put the different colors in my little heart trays. The colors I used are Purple Mist, Lagoon, Peridot, Pink Sand, Beeswax, and this beautiful color called Barely Peach I used for the background. Before I adhere these pieces onto the card, I'm going to glue them together. They connect by gluing these circles together. I'm going to trim off the connectors on this piece of fun foam. Otherwise, it would just be too thick and it wouldn't overlap very well. So let's put a little bit of liquid glue on this piece of fun foam. And then I can layer on the piece of Peridot green cardstock. And you do see the white fun foam behind it, but that doesn't bother me. If that bothers you, you could cut it out several times with cardstock, and you wouldn't be able to see that behind the top piece. Now we can start putting this together. I just put a little bit of glue behind the circle. The open circle goes on top. Of course, you could do it however you wanted. And then I'm lining it up with the lines on my work mat just to make sure they are straight. And then next will be the connector pieces. This open circle goes on top again. And I'll just keep attaching them like this. Again, lining them up with the lines on my placemat to make sure they're straight. And I just press it down for a minute until the glue dries. Now for the second connector piece. I put a little bit on the back of that, which I wasn't supposed to. I'll just wipe it off. And it just makes the most beautiful background. I put a little piece of foam tape from where I cut off the fun foam, just so it would all be the same height. Next, I'm going to add little dots of glue all over this. And then I'm making sure to put glue all along the edges. Sorry about my voice, I'm fighting a little sinus infection. I sound like a frog, and I apologize for that. And then I can just lift this up and put it on my piece of Barely Peach cardstock. I do let this air dry for a few minutes. I put some of my acrylic blocks on top of it just to hold it down. And now for a really fun part. I'm going to start layering on all of these beautiful flower die cuts. I'm gluing them on right over the flowers on this green cardstock. I'll just put little dots of glue down, and then I'm just using my jewel picker to pick up these different colors. This is going to be so colorful and pretty by the time I'm done. This was very fast and easy to do. I'm going to speed this up here. The Teal Lagoon cardstock I used to cut out all of the leaves. I'm just putting those around here and there, but they add a nice pop of cardstock that's a little bit darker than all of these pastels. It just helps it pop a little bit more. Also, if you're interested in these silver heart trays, I sell these over on my Etsy shop. I use them a lot for sequins or little die cuts like this. So here we are almost done adding all of our layers of flowers and leaves. Isn't that just gorgeous? I cut the words out with some more Spellbinders cardstock. This one is called Brushed Silver, and this is just going to go down flat. I didn't add any layers to this. I'm adding just little drops of glue behind it. But isn't that a pretty font on these words? I do end up cutting off the edges, the top and the bottom edge, so that you see a nice strip of this silver card base. This is made out of the brushed silver as well. And then I'm going to add one more little flower right there by my sentiment. I'll put a little dot in the middle. And this card is done, but isn't that fun? I'll have the link to Spellbinders Small Die of the Month listed below, as well as all of the links to the gorgeous cardstock I used. Thanks so much for spending some of your time with me today. I hope you all have a wonderful crafty day. Bye!